car with 2 forklifts, and then we're gonna put it back down.
Traffic accident. Beaver County man being held for murder is more labor.
So it's cold outside and this place is somewhat heated. So we're back here to the original shop, back of the barn. As you can see, we've got a hoist in the background. We bought that off of YouTube revenue. It's not wired in yet, but it will be hopefully very soon. So we can bring better videos to you guys and more in-depth stuff. Anyways, back to the smart car. I've got some new brakes. We've got more power in this car than stock. To be precise, we've got just over 3 times the power in this car with a sequential shifter gear thing, mabobber. So little brakes that are worn out need to be replaced. So in this box, we've got all the brakes. We've got new shoes for the rear, new pads for the front. These are semi-metallic premium, so hopefully we stop better. We've got rotors, or sorry, these are the drums for the rear. We're gonna paint them black so they don't rust, and so they're a little bit hidden. We don't exactly want to show off drums because who wants drum brakes on the rear? Then we've got new rotors for the front. Maybe we'll paint them too, who knows. We could paint them so that they don't rust and just don't paint the surface where the pad goes. I'll probably do that. So yes, these are gonna have to go on the car for safety. So let's paint the drums. We got the paint out and we're painting the rear bumper. So we're just gonna brake clean these brakes front and rear, and then clean that off. The fronts, I wanna paint basically this hub area. I'm gonna try not to get much paint on here. A little bit won't matter. We're not gonna do hard stops to start with. But the reason I know it doesn't matter is you can buy a premium coated rotor from GM, which basically just has some primer on it, which keeps this from rusting as well. So this is what we're gonna do because quality. I'll just go with this. There we go. Let those dry for a minute. It'd be ideal to hit them with a rag. So we're gonna hit them with some paint quickly. It doesn't have to look perfect, it just needs to stop the rust. Not yet sponsored by the chemical guys, but if you guys want to sponsor us, we'd love it. We'll advertise for you very happily. So we got our new hoist finally wired up. So we're gonna yank tires off the smart car and put some new brakes on it. There we go. So we got rid of our garbage rotor, now we're gonna put the freshies on. So normally for weight reduction, we just completely get rid of the brakes. They weigh a lot. But for street use, we're required to have them for safety, so that's the only reason we're going to leave them on. Always remember, squealers to the back so you don't see them. So Chris bought the cheapest projector halos off of Amazon for me. He found them and they looked cool. So he's gonna put them in there for me. We're just gonna pull this bumper off so that Chris can do his thing. First is removing this grill and trying not to snap any tabs. Johnny sold his truck. Then you take out these two Torxes and the bumper comes off. Be careful that your headlights don't explode like this one just did. These headlights are not glued. Should have broke that one too. There's the housing. Chris is gonna mildly modify. I'm going to be putting this shiny piece to a matte black. So we'll see what we do. Anyways, I'm going to draw with a marker where Chris is going to cut out this unused spot. So Chris wired these awesome lights up while I was gone, and we just got to put the grill in to finish her off. There we go. We'll give you a quick demo. So when I turn my running lights on, we got halos. Now when I go, now I can go to low beams. Two-stage low beams, and we've got high beams, and two-stage low beams still on. But that's how she works. So we're putting our rear bumper back together. We put the grommets and the LED lights in. I like LED, takes less power, especially when you're running off a street bike motor. And we've got these cheap little buttons. Let us know if you think we should paint the center pieces of them black instead of stainless. So we're going to put the pins back in to hold the bumper together. So we've got our power JDM button bolts. We're going to use them actually to hold on the bumper. They're not just for looks, even though they do look kind of JDM. So Chris trimmed the sides here where the tire was just rubbing a little bit. Now we're going to put the rear diffuser bumper fascia thing on. I'm struggling way too hard to open this clip up, but little plastic clips holds this on so that when I'm doing 200 miles an hour, then it falls off, you know? Weight reduction at high speeds. That's where it's at, bro. This thing legit weighs as much as it looks like it does. So now we can cross off rear bumper.